Tonight, on Be Something Wonderful, how to collapse time and space, what it really means. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from one of our subscribers who said, Tom, I'm new to your channel, and I've been working for the last few months on healing past wounds. I've gone through a lot of things in my life, and I just want to be happier. I just want to move to a better feeling place. And I started watching your videos on occupying a new reality and a new version of yourself. And I was wondering if you could talk about that a little bit more. Well, guys, we're going to talk about this tonight and more. Here's what I want to say, and this is important, that when you occupy a new version of yourself, when you occupy that new reality, it's not about fixing anything in your current 3D reality. It's not about healing anything. It's not about improving anything. It's not about fixing anything. It's just about moving to that new version of yourself, that new reality where you're already healed. In fact, you never had any of those beliefs that you weren't healed. You're moving to an entirely new reality where those old beliefs no longer are relevant. Hear this. This is big. We've talked about this before. Remember, what you think, feel, and believe in your consciousness, you project, see, and perceive in 3D, right? So if you're trying to improve yourself, heal yourself, or fix yourself, then you believe you need to be improved, and that's what you perceive or create in your 3D reality. You create that instantly with your beliefs, right? With your perceptions that you need to fix yourself. You just create a reality or a person that needs healing, that needs to fix themselves. So it's about moving entirely to a new reality. You're trying to make changes where changes are impossible, right? You're trying to make changes where change is impossible. Change is impossible in that 3D you that's out there. If you're trying to fix something in 3D reality that's apart from you, that feels apart from you, that you feel that's already created, that's impossible. It will only be in vain, right? So let's unpack this a little bit more. There is no time. We've talked about this. Nothing is linear. When you dwell on past memories, right? Memories of past hurts, memory of past pains, memory of things that are wanted or unwanted, that is where you exist in consciousness. That becomes your reality. It doesn't matter if it's in the past. You're making it present. There is no past. There is no future. There's only a now moment, and that's the ultimate reality. So there's not even that now moment, because even if you say now, that's already in the past, right? Trying to improve 3D is keeping you trapped in the past. Or trying to improve anything in 3D reality is keeping you trapped in that reality, keeping you trapped in that past, because you're streaming that, you're perceiving that as real in that moment. Now, in the scripture it said, before Abraham was, I am. This is very powerful. What was Jesus saying here? He was saying, before time was, I am. This is huge. That I am awareness, the only reality, who you really are, is before time and space. It's that God reality before the past, before the present, before the future. Even now, in this now moment, in what you call the present reality, you're viewing the past, but you're viewing your now reality. As you're viewing it for the first time. But it's already been created. It's already been written. Hear this. But to you, you're seeing it as it feels like you're seeing it for the first time. That is just a past reality that you're creating with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs in the moment. So this past is already, that present is already past. All of that time in its entirety is an illusion. Right? Before time was, I am. Before Abraham was, I am. That's the only moment. It's that I amness. That's the only reality. Everything else is streamed through our consciousness. That's streamed through our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. That we're separate from this I amness. That we're separate from God. All of that time, this time that we consider past, present, and future, linear time. Even if we say it's all happening at once, that's not even it either. It's already happened. Hear this. All realities, all scripts have been written, right? It's all been created by that one thought of separation. Wow, that's big. Let's hit this a little bit more. And this is why The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, when he wrote this years ago now, when it first came out. I think it was in the 1990s. When I first read this, I really didn't grasp the enormity of the power of now. Because we're not talking about the now moment, as in the present moment, your present moment in current 3D. We're talking about before time was. We're talking about the eternal now, before history, before time and space, before past, present, and future, before creation. So that now is not talking about a now moment in 3D reality. We're talking about the eternal now, before all time. Wow, that's powerful. That's the type of connection that collapses time and space, right? I am God, eternity. That's what we're talking about. So to collapse time and space really means to transcend time completely, to let go of the belief that it ever happened. Remember, separation of God was only imagined. It was only a thought, right? It was never real. The only reality is that ultimate reality before time was. I am. That I amness is the only reality. Everything else is an illusion. Even what we consider the future has already been written. It's a past future. All of them are scripts, right? There's an infinite, we talked about this, there's an infinite number of scripts and realities, but they already all have happened. And if we occupy one of them, we're going to see it as we're going to experience it like it's the first time, but that's already been written. We're experiencing a reality that's already happened. Wow, that's big. To your I amness, where separation from God and all that is never happened, right? That's what we're talking about. It never happened to your I amness. That separation is thought. That's what we're creating now. That's what you're creating right now with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. That's what you're streaming. This 3D world is all an illusion. Yeah, and so once you know this, it's an enormous power with this knowing. Now you can occupy, because remember that I amness is love. It's pure positive energy. It's the love that we're all made of. So once you know this, now you can shift in that love, right, to any reality, to any illusion, any preferred illusion that you want, right? True perception, the self that God created, is always and forever perfect. Right? So that's the perfection. There's behind that, behind the past, present, and future, behind time, behind who you think you are, is your true identity, that I amness. This is big. It's a little bit mind-boggling. So Jesus said, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." That's what he meant. He meant they shall transcend time and space completely and connect with that I amness. Right? Because we never separated, really. The separation was an illusion, right? It never happened. This is what A Course in Miracles talks about as well, right? So it's not about controlling outcomes in the 3D world. Trying to control outcomes, or even trying to manifest specific outcomes, is coming from fear. Everything you think, feel, and believe and perceive is in your mind. The 3D world is in your mind. Their potentials played out and projected on the screen of time and space. All of what we're living, and even what you're imagining for the future, are potentials that you're going to play out. But they're all potentials. Beyond that is the I amness. Beyond that is that perfection. All possible outcomes have already happened. Whether you are thinking about the present, past, or future, you are viewing a scene from the past. Hear this. Whether you're imagining or thinking about the past, present, and future, you're imagining or seeing something from the past, a past illusion. Wow, that's big. So let's hit this a little bit more. In this very moment, you are watching the past now moment, right? This now moment, this script has already been written, and you remember we've forgotten, right? Our memories were erased, right? So it's like we're experiencing it for the first time. Right? So when you imagine your wish fulfilled, you are viewing the future past script, right? You're imagining a script, but that script's already been written. There's an infinite amount of scripts that you can imagine, and they've all been played out in one moment of that imagined separation, because that was just the grand illusion, right? This is powerful. That's what resurrection really means. It means rising to the state of consciousness of I am, your higher self, the love beyond time, right, in space. It's getting in touch with that's what the quantum field is. It's where all possibilities exist. So when you want to get into that new version, you want to shift in reality, it's shifting to that quantum field where all realities exist. And then selecting through your thoughts, through your feelings, through your beliefs, the reality that you want to occupy. Hear this, you're always shifting realities, right? To truly know yourself as God, when you perform a miracle, I will arrange both time and space to adjust to it. This is a Course in Miracles. This is what Jesus said, to adjust to it. So what is Jesus saying there? To perform a miracle means to know that it's just that the only error is an error of perception, believing that we're separated from that I am awareness, right? Performing a miracle is seeing through the eyes of love, is seeing through that eyes of that I am awareness. It's feeling that connection to that. Whenever you do that, and any outcome in the 3D world doesn't matter anymore. Right? Because you're not judging them. You're coming from that love. You're coming from that I am awareness. Let's hit this a little bit more. This is what A Course in Miracles says. Time is a trick, a sleight of hand, a vast illusion in which figures come and go as if by magic. Yet, there's a plan behind appearances that does not change. The script is written. The plan behind all appearances, the plan behind all these scripts is that I amness. It's that love. It's that oneness with God. That's your true identity. Everything else is an illusion playing out, right? So we're going to try this today. We're going to try something new. But remember, you're rewatching a movie that's already been shot. Right? Everything's an illusion. You get to choose which illusion to experience. This is important to understand. You can make a complete and total shift to your new reality by choosing alternative film role. Intention, attention, and belief. Those are the requirements. Intend what you want, put your attention on it, and believe it. Right? Then you're projecting your new reality through your consciousness. So let's try this today. So what keeps us from occupying that new reality, from really believing in that new script? We need to fall in love with that new reality. It's got to become a love story to you. Hear this. That's the key. If you're in love, when you're in love with your new reality, you're closer to who you really are. You're closer to that higher you, to that inner being, to that love that has no opposite. So when you fall in love with your new reality, love collapses time and space. Hear this. Your love for that new version of yourself, your love for that new reality immediately collapses time and space. Right? That belief plus love creates immediate shift. I'm telling you guys, that's what's missing, right? You want to move to a new version of yourself, but you're uncertain. That you're not even really sure that you really want it. Fall in love with that new reality. Fall in love with that new version of yourself, right? Create a love story. So let's go through this. We've talked about this process before, but I really want to hit it because the ingredient here is to fall in love with it, right? So identify the key beliefs of that new version of yourself. What is it that you love about that new reality? What you love about it, right? What are those 2 beliefs or 3 beliefs that are based on that reality? Maybe it's I'm irresistible and fun to be around. Maybe you're creating a version of yourself that you're just loving and irresistible. Or everything always works out for me. The universe is always working for you, right? There is nothing ever wrong. Or I'm guided and I'm loved. Create something from a higher perspective, right? You can get specific, but you don't even have to. Create that love story, right? That moves you with love, right? What are those beliefs? Who do you believe you are, right? What's that higher you? What are the core things that identify you with this new reality, right? What are the things that you love about that new reality, or you love about that new version of yourself. Then close your eyes, relax, right? Breathe deeply. This is what we talked about. Get in that alpha state, a very relaxed state, right? Move to 0 point, move to that I am awareness, right? It takes a few minutes of really just relaxing deeply in that alpha state, closing your eyes, breathing deeply. Move to that I am state, to that neutral state, right? Then watch as the scene of your new reality comes up on the screen. You're going to receive the scene. You've already determined the beliefs. You've moved to the 0 point, and now you're going to watch that new reality unfold on the screen. Then you're going to enter the scene, as we've talked about. Enter that new version of yourself, right? Once you've entered that new version of yourself, you're in it, right? Now, once you moved into it, open your eyes and then repeat those core beliefs to yourself. Now you're done. You have shifted. What has been missing, if you haven't shifted yet, because you should shift immediately, right, is that love for that new reality, is that love for that new version of yourself. That is how you collapse time and space. That's what it really means. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Caron, our website at tomcaron.com or BeSomethingWonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@BeSomethingWonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.